Welcome back. You're watching Commodity Champions, and joining now is Georgia Crane from Crane Walnut. Georgia, I thank you for joining in. Walnuts are doing quite well, especially in India as well. We've seen that number continue to go up, and I do understand that the best walnuts come from Crane Walnut. How is that, and why is that?
Thank you. We're both farmers and processors, so we control the quality all the way from the field through to the export to India. So we have control over every step of the way. And we are very focused on quality and making sure that everything we ship here is top-notch.
Georgia, what is the kind of number that you've seen continue to gain in from India?
We saw a lot of growth a few years ago before we had a duty that impacted our export business into India. So we're hopeful that in the future we can have some political support to reduce our duty so that we can increase our growth in sales here.
So what is the number like right now, and apart from India, what are your major markets as of now?
Right now, our major markets are the U.S. market, Europe, so Italy, Germany, Spain are the big players there. And then in the Middle East, Turkey, Dubai, and then India, of course, is one of the fastest growing ones. And then we also ship into Asia, into Japan, Korea, those markets.
So yes, 100% import duty for walnuts into India can be a bit of a deterrent. How have you seen, has it changed the numbers a lot, or do you think the demand has been steady?
It has changed the numbers. It has also impacted the price of the commodity for the grower in California. The last 3 years, it has had an impact where consumption dropped from California and shifted more to Chile, and the price of walnuts dropped below the cost of production. So we lost some volume because of it.
And from walnuts to something that India really eats is dates, and India is the largest importer of premium dates as well. And who better to talk about that but Anup Gowdy from Candor Foods. Anup, hi, thank you so much for joining in. And you're one of the major ones when it comes to dates in India. Do explain to us on what India eats, what India grows, what India imports, and how have been the numbers increasing?
So dates as a category over the last 5 years has grown tremendously in India. Earlier we used to consume the low quality dates, as we called it. So when you talk about low quality dates, they are in the range of 100 rupees or sub 100 rupee category, which is there. But now in the last 7 or 8 years we have seen India consuming the higher value ones, which is there in the range of even 2,000 rupees a date. So we specialize in those categories. The difference between both of them is essentially the way you store them. So the more the moisture is there in the product, the more premium it is. The size is also then mattering across over there. So India is seeing a drastic change in terms of its dates consumption. So what we are seeing across is initially we used to have close to around 10 tons of sales of those premium, but right now we're doing 600 tons in the last 7 years. So that's the scale that has grown across. We are expecting this to at least triple in the next 3 to 4 years. Why? Because first the supply side is increasing. Okay. So there are lots of farms in Middle East as well as in Egypt, which is one of the biggest suppliers of dates which is there. They have invested a lot. So we are expecting them to push their products into India. So we are seeking that for everybody, like you're seeing in this environment also, dates is becoming a hot topic. So there's
not just dates, but everything. Date powder, date syrup, yes, there's just so much that's coming out. So that brings me to value addition. Yes. And when it comes to dates and various other products as well, as we can see here, would you say India now understands value addition in this premium product?
Yeah, they understand it much better. And the new generation is more demanding. So it's not like the traditional way. So if I say the generation shift, how it is happening across is on the value addition side. Right. So people want a quick bite. For example, energy bars, which is one of our range, which is here behind. It's becoming one of the most popular range. So it's got a clean label. It's got no glucose. It's not got any added sugar in it. So that's what the new generation is demanding, and that is where the value addition is also coming from.
So Anup, how much is the value addition market right now when it comes to dry fruits?
It is increasing. So if I say in terms of tonnage, it would probably be around. Right now it would be around 15 to 20 tons monthly consumption on the value added side, but we are expecting this to be at least 100 tons. In terms of our own scope which is there. But what we see across in terms of the derivative markets, coming back to the dates part, the mithai shop guys, now they want a replacement of sugar. Yes. So what best than date paste? So because it gives the sweetness, it gives the profile. So we are speaking with a couple of big mithai people who are interested in it. They are developing recipes across over there. You'll be probably seeing across in the chef also side, which is the category which is there. So that is also very good. Right now, if I might touch base across, I just tasted across pan raisins. Yeah. So these are the
And
flavors.
cheese cashews and wasabi nuts.
Wasabi nuts. So all these things are the flavors which the youngsters are getting attracted to. So we are expecting this to be the next, you can say, the frontier that we'll cross over, and our sale would be like too high.
So Anup, you're saying that it's not just about importing dry fruits, but value addition that India is doing also a big market now.
And India is also, we are expecting India to become one of the most largest exporters also out of this. So not only are we importing it across, the demand of our produced products across the world is also increasing. For example, our energy bars are becoming very popular. Although the ingredients are coming from US, we can do a lot of jugaad ourselves. So our jugaad is the best. So when our jugaad is the best, it goes very nicely across in the system.
Joining me now from Kimia Dates is Savi. Savi, I thank you so much for joining in. I do understand that you're one of the largest exporters of date to India. How have you seen the demand increase? How have you seen the numbers go up as well?
Totally. I think the date is coming as a routine of the people using it in India. Before, they mostly use it for the Ramadan time or so some occasions, but now it's because of the very good nutrition inside. So mostly use it as a regular basis food. Yeah.
How have you seen the numbers go up? If you compare last 10 years into India, what would you say a percentage growth into Indian demand has been like?
I think the growth is very nice. The percentage, I think at least between 30 to 40% increase we had in the usage, and this is because of what I already told you. The people understand the value of the nutrition in the dates. You already have something with a very nice quality, no added sugar, nothing, full of nutrition, fresh, and with it very nice and proper prices, So I think the people understand the value of this, and they're going to use it more and more. And this is good for us, of course.
It sure is. So Savi, talk to me about the kind of varieties that Dates has, and what varieties does India predominantly gets in?
We have lots of varieties, but most of the varieties are not commercial ones in the market. So in Iran, we already have, Iran as a second biggest producer of the dates, has more than 450 varieties. But most of them they are using domestically. But 12 of them are mostly commercial ones. We are working on 5-6 kind of the commercial ones. And people like it here too much. There is a good relationship between Iran and India from the past. So we also have a very good market here. We're enjoying India too much. People are lovely people. So yeah, you're going for 12. Mostly 12 kind of the Iranian comes here in India, Iranian dates.
Well, value addition in dry fruits really seems to be the norm. Gone are the days when you had to eat those boring 5 bhigoye hue badams. It's all about value addition, adding more flavor and color to it. Talking about the same is Sameer Bhanushali. Sameer, hi, thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you, Manisha.
Value addition, newer brands within brands really seems to be what's happening right now.
Yes, I think the people have realized that if you now want to reach the Gen Z, then the young audience they want things in a different way. It's not going to work the same traditional way where you're going to, as you mentioned, bhigoye badam. That's gone. I think that the Gen Z wants color, glamour, and as you can see in our packaging, that's what we have tried to achieve. We have tried to make dry fruits the snack. It's dry fruits has always been a commodity and a staple. We want to make it a snack, where people are not choosing the 10 rupee of unhealthy chips, and they are rather going for a 20 rupee pack of an almond, right? So I think brands are now making and taking efforts to make it glamorous and accessible and affordable to people,
Sameer, as you said, it's affordable one. It's easy to carry around, and it's becoming a snack as well. Is it more about flavors? Are you talking to millennials? Are you talking to Gen Z here, and what really is needed going forward?
Oh yes, today's generation is very demanding. They'll not take anything which is not there, not what to the expectations. So we are in touch. We do our research. We talk to the target audience, and the feedback that we are getting is that they want more flavors that resonate with the global trends. Now with social media, the trends become viral within minutes and seconds. So what's happening in US and Europe is also happening here, and we have to match that, and that's happening. And you can see that with with our energy bars and with all the things that we have launching. It's with the research and the conversations we have with our audience.
So what is the value addition market right now within the segment?
Right now, it's not that big. It's probably 10%, and 90% is still commodity staples. But we foresee in the next 5 years, this is going to take the lion's share, and we can see a 60-40 or probably 50-50 in a few years.
All right. We also have Bilal Khimji here, and you've joined in with Samir in some sense with an app now. We do understand that this is a very, very unorganized market, and maybe because of the e-commerce or quick commerce, there were a lot of Kirana guys who were losing out. So how have you pulled or plugged that gap?
Thank you, Manisha. So with Trades app, which is our new application, we are trying to move Kiranas to online. They face a lot of threats from e-commerce and quick commerce players, and they're kind of left back. What we're doing is we're creating a new store for them. They can connect with their consumers directly through an application, and it becomes very seamless through tech. We of course have multiple value-added features with it to encourage them to go through the entire trade.
And have a lot of people onboarded this? What is the kind of traction that you're seeing on this one right now?
There's a lot of interest. We have a crazy amount of applications already. We're kind of struggling to get them all onboarded, and it's fun. The team has taken a lot of effort behind this application, and I think it'll do really well by the amount of interest that we're seeing.